There was a sliding doors moment in that game when you had the ball in the net. Obviously, it didn't stand. As you stand here now, do you look back at that, or do you reflect more on how Liverpool have played today?
I think in football, obviously, there are key decisions. That obviously happens, and the officials are deciding this, and we have to deal with it on the pitch, both teams. And I think there's no point to discuss this on my point of view. But the reality is that we lost it 3-0, and that's obviously a big blow, definitely.
Before we move on then, have you seen it back? Do you have a view on whether it's a correct or incorrect decision?
It doesn't really matter, I think, what I would say, because if anything I would say would be in the next couple of days in the media, and then the whole international break will be about me saying and commenting on a decision that the referee made. I just rather focus on the fact that we lost here today, 3-0. And but obviously, yeah, decisions are key, and today the penalty and the disallowed goal was important decisions in the game. And, yeah, that's it. You guys can again debate if it was should have been stood or should have been a penalty or whatever.
Comment though on the Liverpool performance. How did that sort of match up to what you expect of yourselves? Never mind us.
Yeah, I think obviously first half was difficult. I think the way they were much more comfortable on the ball in terms of creating an extra overload in the back with Bernardo dropping a lot, and it was difficult obviously for our front guys to get the pressure on them. But I still don't think there was a lot of danger. Obviously Doku played a fantastic game, so it was difficult for Connor at times in the 1v1. But obviously, still think we weren't much in trouble. We could have done better, of course, especially in possession. But and obviously then the decisions and the penalty moment, the momentum shift more to their side, and we had to dig deep. In the second half, obviously, I think we get a little bit more momentum in possession, but our pressing was just not good enough, and the way we did it as a team should have been better. But like I said before the game, it's finding consistency and keep going. And but this obviously losing hurts always, like it should be. That's each and every one of us. But 3-0 especially, and now we go to our countries and stay fit and be ready for a big run after that.
Yeah, Forest at home next for Liverpool. Okay, he didn't want to give his view on it, but he said we can debate it, and we will do. He could at 1-0.
Yeah,
he was involved in.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I said my piece at half-time. I thought this was a really poor decision. I think the goalkeeper has got a totally clear view as Virgil van Dijk heads the ball. I don't think he affects the goalkeeper. I think if you remove Andy Robertson from the pitch at this stage, the ball goes in regardless. Okay, he has to duck to get out of the way of it, but that doesn't. The goalkeeper's got to dive regardless. The goalkeeper is going to dive regardless. He doesn't affect it in any way, shape or form. He is in an offside position, granted, but when you look at the rule, part of the rule is infringed, let's say, but part of it isn't. And I'm surprised that was given, I must admit. I think it was a poor decision. Now, that's not the excuse for Liverpool losing. Manchester City were the best team, but that would have been 1-1. It would have changed the game, no question about it. And I think it's a poor decision.
Okay. We can now remind ourselves of the wording that the Match Centre sent out, much to his frustration. Arne Slot, the referee's call of offside, no goal to Liverpool, was checked and confirmed by VAR, with Robertson in an offside position, deemed to be making an obvious action directly in front of the goalkeeper. And you're shaking your head at the